Hey there, Mark here from over at Trade Up Today. I just wanted to welcome you to this course. I'm really glad you chose to enroll, and I hope you find a lot of useful information in here. My main goal for this course is to allow you to finally have real fun in Vegas rather than being all bummed out on your last day here. I see so many frowny faces on Sundays in Vegas, and I want to try and turn those frowns upside down. I just wanted to give you a quick intro to the course, though, and myself, of course. First of all, yep, I do live in Vegas. After I first moved here, it took me a while to try out gambling at the casinos. I'm just too logically minded. The more I looked at the games, the more I realized there was pretty much no way to win. And losing money for me, even a small amount, is just not fun at all. So what I did was I started to look at how I could lose the least. I think the biggest mistake that I saw people making was they were trying to work out how to win. And I kind of flipped that a little bit. It's like, how can I lose the least? That way, at least, playing would actually be fun. I was trying to eliminate the component of the puzzle that made me not happy. And what I found was that the more I learned about the games and their strategies, the less money I lost, the more fun I had, and I actually found myself coming out a winner much more often. So it's kind of one of these situations where you have a higher chance of winning by learning how to not lose, if that makes sense. The greatest lesson I learned is that you lose the most money on the slot machines. Now, admittedly, I learned this one pretty early. I mean, anybody can see when you're inside a casino, they push those slot machines so hard, and there's got to be a reason for that. And the reason is they make the most money on them, of course. The other thing I learned is that some games allow you to make more decisions than others. And these are the games where you can play for much longer with less money, maybe even win from time to time. And I also find them much more of a mental challenge, so I have more fun that way too. Blackjack definitely falls into that category. It's one of the games that you have to think a little bit more about. And it's really unique because each hand in Blackjack is affected by the hands that have already passed. So if you think about most games, let's say roulette or craps, every time you spin the wheel, every time you throw the dice, it's a new set of chance, a new set of luck. That's not true with Blackjack because there's a finite number of cards in that shoe. And as cards come out and they disappear, you can actually do some thought and know what's left in the decks of cards there in the shoe. So you can make some determinations on what's going to happen. So it's not a new set of luck for every hand in Blackjack. But anyway, I digress. Let's look at the course. And what I really want to point out to you here, there are 3 ways of taking the course, depending on how much time you have. So let's look at way number 1. Okay, here's the course. As you can see, it's separated into 6 sections. The first way to take the course is if you're an absolute beginner, maybe you've never played blackjack before, or maybe never even been into a casino before. Just take the course in order. Start with lecture 1, move all the way through to lecture 6. It'll take you the most time, obviously, but it'll give you everything you need to know from walking in the casino to walking out of the casino. So way 2, let's say you've already been in casinos, maybe you've played blackjack before and you get the basic idea. Just do sections 3, which is the playing probabilities against the dealer, and section 4, which is the additional betting strategies. Those 2 sections, they won't take you much time at all. And what they'll do is they'll give you a whole new strategy for winning much more and losing much less, and they won't take you a whole lot of time to finish. Now, lastly, if you have no time at all right now, you're sitting in your hotel room, you're going right down to the blackjack table right now, and you want to learn all of the details later, the quickest way for you to complete the course is to go into this Don't Have Time lecture, watch that, and there's a download there. When you go to that lecture, you'll see here, let me just pause it a second. You'll see here in the top right, there's a little download button, and just download that strategy guide. It's kind of a boiled down, more simplified version of Blackjack Basic Strategy. It's fairly easy to remember, and you can also sort of cut it out and take it with you to the casino if you want to. Lastly, I want you to be comfortable asking me questions. You'll see here if you're watching a lecture, there's a little sort of speech bubble tool. If you're back at the home page of the course, right here is the discussions tool. be comfortable asking me questions, anything you feel like is not answered in the course, or if there's just a side question you have. The other thing too is, remember, I live right in Vegas, so if you want me to go scope out a casino or something like that for you, I'd be happy to do that. Just let me know. All right, on with the course. Enjoy.